Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to the midday live. We're here, man. We're here Monday. Settings. Transfer window is open. The season is over. We can forget that ever existed. You know what I'm saying to you? Because us, Roy, we didn't really win anything. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. But big up to everyone locked in. Big up to LB for the raid.
Yo, don't be acting like our seasons were the same, though, yeah?
Yeah, but I mean, trophies.
All right, hooks. Let's come on, bro.
Yeah,
we spend a lot of time, me and you, Hooks. You're going back and forth, innit? You know, having beef and that. But are you accepting what you just said there?
No, it's a bit mad. The team that 15?
Yeah,
crazy. No, like I said, Man United, no planes next season, only trains. It's crazy. We can never be the same. We can never be the same.
Yo, it's peak out here. It's peak out here. But big up to LB, big up to Hooks as well. You know what I'm saying? What are you telling me, Hooks?
Hey, but the transfer window open yesterday, and I've still not seen nothing agreed, even though building up to the transfer window, like my club arguably had the most rumors daily coming out. So I don't know. Apparently, Šeško personal terms agreed. Gyökeres personal terms agreed. Apparently, Zubamendi medical booked. All of them things. But
Medical's the longest medical ever, bro. Why with this medical, bro? It's crazy.
I've seen no release clauses triggered, and all three of them have release clauses.
Yeah.
So, hey man, we need to pick up the pace a bit because certain teams around, man, are looking a bit mad still. It's better the LBs, it's looking a bit crazy, boy.
I can't lie. It's mad, but we got a jam-packed show, people, man. Listen, people, we've got Don coming. You know what I'm saying? He's on his way. Roms will be here in a minute or so. George will be here as well. Lee won't be here. You got his birthday weekend. You know what I'm saying? I know Lee's not been around for a hot minute, but listen, man, he's a busy man. You know what I mean? It is what it is, people, man. But big up to Lee always, each and every time, man. But let's get straight into it, man. And the talk of the town is Man City, man. I see LB with his Algeria kit, man. You know what I mean? He's like 1, 2, 3. Viva Algeria.
Viva Algeria. Come on. We are there, man. Ait Nouri BOMBA this morning, lads. Yeah.
Yo, man, it's crazy. Obviously, David honestly dropped it, but the main one is that the main target for Man City at fullback position remain Team Lone Livramento and Rayan Ait Nouri. Talked advanced soon from Rayan Ait Nouri with a move expected to happen. City are very confident as revealed days ago. Livramento deal difficult as NUFC hope to keep him, but Ait Nouri is the one, man. Ait Nouri is the one. Shout out to Don, man. Ait Nouri, man. I can't lie. That's what I'm very jealous, man. That is a top left.
I think you're going to be well jealous with our signings this year.
Everyone is, though. Everyone should be.
Honestly, man. I think Ait Nouri, is a top baller, man. Proper techie baller, yeah. Oh, I think he's going to offer us a lot on that left-hand side because we've not had a proper left-back at this club that properly in terms of like fitness and that. Going back to Kolarov, bro.
Kolarov, yeah. I know Mendy was in a magical situation, but Mendy was quality for like 2 seasons.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he kept on picking up injuries, so he was never fully fit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about last time City had for like a period of a couple of years a left back playing. We've not had it since the Kolarov days, bro.
Yeah.
So like since then, we've obviously Pep's had Delph, he's had Zinchenko, he's had Ake, he's more of a centre back. You know what I mean? So first of all, I'm just buzzing that we're signing a left back, like because we've not had a proper one at this club for time. And Ait Nouri, you know this guy's only 23.
Yeah,
I know.
And
I feel like he's been young for so long,
that's
man.
what I'm saying. I think this is a proper good signing for City. Yeah, we've got a player who is Premier League proven. He's been doing it in the Premier League now for a number of years. He's a techie baller. He can go inside, he can go outside. Yeah, and I think he's at that level now where he's ready for the next step. And I think that this is a player that is just a must. You know what I mean? Get him in. And we are upgrading our positions. Yeah. So our best team last year towards the end was O'Reilly at left back. Yeah. We're upgrading him. We're getting Ait Nouri in. Yeah. We're going to have a back four of Ait Nouri. Yeah. Gavardio, Diaz, maybe Huzanov, and then maybe Livramento, which we'll come on to as well. But this is just like my club is moving like proper serious now. And I think this is just a top signing, man. I think he's a proper baller. I can't lie.
Yeah. People will say, "Oh, defensively, but I feel like when you got Rodri in midfield and you'll have Reinders on the ball, like I feel like like getting caught on the counter attack or getting caught in transition, it will become less and less.
Bro, the thing is, what people are not getting is, I watched my team every game last year. Yeah, what some of these people are not understanding about my team. I know you guys probably watched a lot of my games as well, but my team last year suffered. Yeah, we had this bad defense, but we suffered in attack. It's the sort of thing that people ain't speaking about. Everyone spoke about our midfield. Well done.
Yeah.
What, you think you're special because you realised our midfield was shit? Yeah, of course it's shit. We had, Kovacic, Bernardo, and Gundogan playing in that midfield. You think that our defence is dead? Oh, well done. We had Simpson Pusey playing at the back, who's 17 years old. O'Reilly, who's not a left back, and Nunes, who's not a right back. Yeah. Like but what people didn't clock was that our attack was not good. Like the amount of times I've come away from games doing player ratings, and bring up Haaland stats: 0 shots on target, 0 shots off target, 0. Bro, we weren't creating. Yeah, so I need in my team creators everywhere: left back, right back, midfield, everywhere. I need creators, and this is what Ait Nouri is going to do. He's going to provide chance creation for Haaland from a left back position. If you look at our treble year, especially like the first 6 months is easier to understand. We had chance creation for this guy everywhere. The guy scored 50 goals. Yeah, last year, who's creating chances for Haaland last year in that team? Yeah, who? Because
it's really only De Bruyne, but then
De Bruyne, but he's obviously was inconsistent because obviously he was getting on a little bit and injury and that. Yeah, Kovacic isn't, Gundogan isn't, Bernardo isn't. Whereas now I'm looking at a potential starting 11 next year where Ait Nouri can create, Rodri can create, Reinders can create, Cherki can create, Mahmoud can create, Foden. We are upgrading that attack massively. Yeah, we're taking our team last year that finished 3rd, by the way, and shoving it on steroids, mate. That's what we're going to do. So I'm down for it. And then we're buying Cherki for 35 million quid. Are you crazy, bro?
Yeah, that's the
35 mil for this guy, bro. That is an unbelievable price. Unbelievable price. 20 assists in League One last year. Yeah, 12 goals. Yeah, dunked on United as well. Yeah, bro, this guy's got the minerals. Yeah, this guy's got the tech. He's got the ability to come into this team and create as well. So listen, I love the way that my club is moving in this window. Yeah, I think the signings that we're making are top class. We've signed a midfielder of the year. Yeah, it's Serie A, Tijani Reinders, baller. He's going to come in and just hit the ground running. Yeah, and then on top of that, we might even be getting Livramento as well. So listen, I told people, we ain't here to mess around. We ain't here to play games. Yeah, we fucked up last summer. Yeah, GG's Liverpool, GG's Roms, on the title. But bro, you think that you're going to have like an easy season like last season, bro? Anything?
That's we're here to reclaim it. Yeah?
We're coming back. We want our crown back, bro. Yeah, I don't like the crown on your head. I want the crown on my head. That's the truth. So you best get ready. You best not fumble that Verts deal as well. I've seen some spooky talk on the timeline that Liverpool are having problems with the fee, yo.
This is what I'm coming on to.
We'll get to that.
Is it not Art Thou Florian anymore or whatnot?
No, it's Ryan. Art Thou Ryan. And you know what? I've got a 2-2 chance on that one because even if one of them drops, I've got another Ryan. So yeah, I wish we get clipped on that one.
Listen, LB, right? When Caldoon speaks, I think I can speak for most of this panel. I do get worried because the guy's just a winner. He is just a winner. However, I have so much faith in my club that we'll retain this. Like you said, it won't be easy. You're going to be back with a vengeance. Arsenal will try and do something as well. But I haven't had more faith than ever right now because we're actually acting like a big club now. I'm seeing some people on Twitter now saying Verts is maybe a bit too expensive. When we don't spend money, you get onto FSG. Now we're spending money, you want to get on. Like, it's a problem. Like, I can't lie, I'm confident for next season.
Bro, fans are so weird, you know. Like,
weird.
I was just in my stream then, yeah, and people are telling me that, like, oh, we can't be overpaying for this player. I'm like, what? Why?
Why?
Who gives a shit, bro? Is it your money? Is it coming directly out of your bank account? No. So, like, why do you care? Like, who cares, man? Get me the best players. Trust me. Yeah, I mean, when you're lifting Premier Leagues, yeah, you think Roms cared about Nunes costing 85 million quid when his team was when he was at the parade with Mons?
No
you think Roms was watching the parade, yeah? I saw Nunes on the bus and gone, ruined it for me now. Like, nah, bro. Who cares?
I saw him and I was upset, LV. I was like, you know what? Flipping hell, why are you here? I'm joking. Of course they didn't care. And that's why I always say with add-ons, right? If you have to pay add-ons, it's incentivized. It means the player did well or hit a certain target. Yep. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. But yeah, LV, I didn't care one bit, man. Listen, if the player's worth it, you pay up the money. And I'm just annoyed because a lot of our fans are now saying, Osimhen and Aaron is too much. It's like we're actually spending money for once and you're complaining. It's crazy.
Fans ain't qualified. That's what most says, man. Fans ain't qualified.
But you know what as well? You know what?
Fans are passionate, but we're qualified.
Can you imagine our team, yeah, compared to last year, right? So, like last year, our team, right? I'm just going to quickly run through the 11, yeah. Ederson, Nico O'Reilly, Gvardiol Diaz, Nunes, Kovacic, Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, and then what? Doku, Savio, Haaland, right?
Yeah.
That was our starting 11. Not a bad starting 11, right? Finished third, yeah. Obviously, it had some problems, as we all know. Next year, next season, like, could be Ederson, could be Costa, whatever. Then the back line is going to be Ait Nouri, Gvardiol, Diaz, hopefully Livramento, but it's going to be tricky to get him. Rodri's back, Tijani Reinders, Mamouche, Foden, Cherky, Haaland.
That's
like the upgrade there.
Can't lie.
And by the way, that first team finished third, bro. I got to FA Cup final. That team finished third. So if you upgraded so many of those positions, I'm like, yes, come on, man.
And it's, you know what it is as well, LB. It's like Turkey's finding Haaland. The ball's going into Haaland like to score. You're not like Turkey's not getting the ball and then he's playing it into Lacazette. No disrespect to Lacazette, Rocks, but you know what I mean. You're getting the ball into a world class finisher, and he just needs to look up, ping it. He's there. You know what I mean, bro?
It's not even just from Turkey now. Like LB said, City have had fullback problems the last year or two, right? It's going to be, if they get Livramento and Ait Nouri looks pretty much done, it's even going to be crosses coming in from them too. And one thing I've realized as strikers, like, sometimes you don't always want it in the air. Sometimes get to the byline and cut it back. And Haaland's got one of the best movement in the league. So not only is going to have Turkey feed him through balls to him, he's going to have two. And even if it's not Livramento, LB would probably say he's got more than enough faith that they'll go for another right back that will maybe not as good, but will still do a good job. So Haaland's going to get a lot more. So I feel like Haaland last season, injury as well, he kind of had an up and down season. But next season, you'll see Haaland get back to the numbers that we know he could get, because he's going to have so many avenues of getting assists.
Yeah, I agree. And then obviously Pep Linders as well. That's another huge cute there as well. Like what?
I mean it.
There, go on.
I mean it, Saeed, because this is in response to this. I genuinely don't care. What I will say is, for 2 out of the 38 game weeks, it could be something up their sleeve because he knows our players. But then, one, it's not a clock team, it's a slot team. And two, a lot of our personnel has changed from when, especially once the transfer window's done, a lot of the personnel has changed. So, yeah, it could benefit them here and there, but I don't think it'll benefit them a great deal. And the other 36 games they play, we don't really care about. It's only the ones they play against us. So I
think it's going to be, I think it's quite a big change. And I don't think Liverpool fans should care. Like, bro, if you're caring about an assistant manager, then what we're doing here, right? But,
yeah.
Like, but yeah, I think it's going to be a big change, because I think Manchester City are going to change up the way that we play football drastically to what we've done this year. For the last 2 years, right? And maybe even you could argue 3 years, because of treble year, we've gone to this ultra control setting, right? And it obviously worked. We won the treble, with obviously Grealish, Bernardo and Mahrez on the wings, and obviously that box midfield four. We just dominated teams, and it was unbelievable. That first year, that treble year, it was just phenomenal to watch.
Phenomenal.
We bullied everyone. We literally was bullying teams. Like, we're bullying Arsenal, we're bullying Real Madrid, bullying Bayern Munich, like smacking them up 3-4-0, right? Then last year, it worked. We won the Premier League. But some teams cottoned onto it. It wasn't as successful in the Champions League. Obviously, you'd say the better managers in the Champions League, the better players, maybe sort of found a way to sort of figure it out. And in fact, the perfect example of that was Real Madrid. And Real Madrid was a bit of a should have been a red flag for City because they just come to the Etihad last year. If you remember, they just sat on the edge of the box.
Yeah,
and we just couldn't score. And then this year, what you found is the smaller teams and lesser coaches, they've took that tactic of Real Madrid and just played a mad low block this year, and we've just been really poor at breaking it down. So I think City are going to go to a more all-out attack sort of play. Wingers for our fullbacks are going to be massive. And I saw
wingers,
I saw an interview of this Linders guy, and he said he likes to play with 3 strikers up top, and obviously what I'm looking at, you got Haaland, and then you've got Cherki and Marmoush, who I think are going to invert in, and they're going to play like we're going to have basically 3 strikers. So I think Linders is actually well important, and I think give it a couple of months, and I think we could be sitting here going, you know what, he's been a big part of that change, because I think the City next year that you're going to watch is going to be nothing like the City you're seeing this year in terms of play style, nothing like it.
Even Liverpool are doing that as well, though, with their style now, because you're not going to see. I'm sorry, man. Frimpong ain't going to be defensively that great. He's going to try and go forward, innit? And then Salah's going to almost be that creative link where he's going to play that ball into Frimpong almost like a direct winger. Kirkus is going to be bombing on forward as well, acting like as a winger. So I feel like now, like best, like you're going to have to attack, man. Like this idea that you sit back here, you wait, and you just experiment, bro. Allow that nonsense, bro. You have to go and attack, bro. Suffocate these teams, because I feel like a lot of teams are starting to catch up to the big 6 now. You see in Bournemouth last year. You see the Brightons. They start saying, we can outplay you lot. Now it's like, imagine you have your peg back in. You're like, shit, we can't get out here, man. And I feel like that respect here has been lost by the so-called traditional big 6. Not only has the talent got better for other teams, but I feel like now teams that have started to really, really like, we can go at these teams, man. And now it's like, if all these players are going there now teams are going to have to say, we're going to have to respect these lot. We're going to have to drop back a little bit, at least a little bit back, because, boy, if we're seeing Cherki, them man there, I'm like, this is a bit of a mad one. You see what I mean?
LB is spot on. And the things with City, right, they've gone a bit stale over the last 18 months. And one of the best things Pep would do is when someone tries to emulate him, e.g. Arteta, even Klopp at times, he would then change it again. He would just confuse. Like, hold on, you're copying me. Let me change it again. And everyone just get confused. But I think the last 18 months has gone a bit stale. You could say the personnel is a bit old now. And I feel like he's trying to rejuvenate this squad. Like, they already started it in January. They're bringing in, I'd say, more youthful players now. Cherki, 21, 22. Ait Nouri, about to enter his peak as well. And Liverpool, I think, 23 or 24. Like, they're going through a different style. And one thing Pep Linders was when he was our assistant manager, Klopp was more gung-ho, but Pep Linders kind of did like that control-based stuff, but then sometimes he'll go gung-ho himself. So I just think City are just going to try and confuse everyone again. And you can see with the type of signings they're trying to get. So it'll be interesting. But you're bang on side as well. They've definitely bridged the gap. The team from about 6 to 12 definitely have bridged the gap. Because now, let's be honest, when you're going to like a Brighton or, I don't know, a Bournemouth or whatnot, or a Villa, it's not a guaranteed win. It's not like 10 years ago you're kind of like, we're most likely going to win this. It's generally 50-50. You don't turn up, they'll have their day. Like the relegation teams, even if they turn up, you still can get away with it. But the teams between 6th and 12th now, it's not that anymore. It's not that anymore at all.
Not that anymore, man.
I hate when Khaldoon speaks, because LV, he always does a pre-season thing where he speaks, I think the start of the window and the end of the window, doesn't he? And he's a winner. You can see he looks annoyed in that interview. Like, no, this isn't good enough. We need to get back to what we want to do. And yeah, man, it's worrying.
Yeah, Hooks, are you not worried, man? Because your team is you guys are, you've got City and Liverpool are your main kind of rivals for the title, right? Like, are you not worried that these men are serious and you're not? Like, are you not seeing them and you're thinking, man, that man are building, man? Are you worried a little bit?
Boy, like, do you know what it is, yeah? Like, Arsenal ain't really got like too much to do to like change the gap in it. So I don't think I don't think we really have to do too much, man. I think we need to spend maybe about somewhere between 200 to 250 million. I think we only really need 4 to 5 players that could be in consideration for first team, and then we just go again. Like my problems are a lot different to everyone else's problems, innit? Like, somehow through I don't know what it is, whether it's pain or magic, we've secured second 3 times in a row, and it just seems like either Man City go above man or Liverpool go above man. So we just got to close that gap. That's all we got to do, and part of that is getting a striker, which it seems like is high on the list. Another part of that is a left winger, which seems like high on the list. I'll be real. The only thing that I'm actually really worried about, which is going to sound weird, is that Chelsea are playing in the Club World Cup, innit? So God forbid these Chelsea man go and win the Club World Cup. Yeah, that will give them access to so much funds that it will be mad. Yeah, usually these men like to go in for the same targets that I'm going in for. So if we dilly dally, and don't secure our business before Chelsea are ready to become super active in the window, they may just price us out of moves.
I mean, there's already one that you guys want that we're looking to wrap up. Gittins, your club wants him, bro.
Yeah, well, there you go. Like, so the thing is, that's what I need to be worried about as an Arsenal fan, is that if my club doesn't secure deals quickly, clubs like Chelsea will just come along and be like, oh, for example, Dortmund, you want 50 M's? Yeah, minor. Here you go. Here's the 50 M's. My club won't do that. My club won't go, oh, you want 50 M's? Here you go. My club will go, oh, you want 50 M's? All right, cool. How about this, Dortmund? We'll give you 25, yeah, and then over the next 4 years, we'll give you 10 M's, yeah. And do you get me? You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that I really need to be worried about. But it's mad early in the window, yeah. So there's still plenty of time for us to secure the things that we need to secure. It just needs to be done before pre-season starts. I won't lie, the Man City thing is looking crazy at the moment. But then when it comes to the Man City thing, I'm looking at it like, I don't, you know, when you play Football Manager, yeah, and you want to just go buy everybody, yeah, and you go and buy everybody, and then 2-2's first game of the season, you're losing 3-1 to Brighton. You're like, what's going on here? My team is 100 million% better than theirs. It has to mesh. You not all the time you go and buy all of these players, do they immediately mesh with the team? So they could actually mash themselves up. Like, yeah, all these players on paper, amazing. But how will they gel? And that's
you say the same for you. You need a left winger, striker. You're getting Zubimendi who's coming into the team.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
I feel like the thing you've got to look at like this is that they're all being coached by the best manager in the world, so that's why they're Joe. And also, because I'm not gonna lie, when I saw these transfers, I'm all getting annoyed now because even though City are my rivals, I'm like, rah, City are just taking everyone away from the market. Yeah. They're doing the thing.
Yeah, real talk.
They're doing the thing that they done 6 or 7 years ago, and people forgot what City really was in the market because you know they started to just sign 1-2 players every year. They slowed down and they stopped buying 4 or 5 stars. But now they got Cherky. They're gonna get Cherky. They're gonna get Nouri. They're gonna get Reinders. And then they said, I heard that they're trying to get another midfielder as well. Like it's greedy stuff out here. It's greedy stuff. And when you talk about how it's gonna gel, we have to be honest here. They've still got a strong core with their back line. Still a lot of players that have been there for a while. The midfield's still going to have a lot of familiar faces. I don't think all these players coming in are going to play an important role instantly. They're just going to do what Pep does. He's going to integrate them into the team probably slowly. And if they're good enough, they'll start. If they're not, they'll work their way off the bench until they're good enough.
Yeah, and then you've even got, what's his name, Livramento and Ait Nouri, bro. They're Premier League experience. Like, they know the league. They know the stadiums. They know some of these players, bro. Like, it's going to be an easy transition, man. I think people overdo this thing. It doesn't, like, if you're a good player and you're playing around good players, it's not going to take you a whole season to get the hang of things. You know what I mean? Like, if you're good enough, you'll go into that team, like Marmoush has already, and you're going to make a mark for yourself, innit? You know what I mean? You might not be amazing the first year, but Livramento and Ait Nouri have the football IQ to hit the ground running, really. For me, I wouldn't be concerned about those sort of players coming in and not hitting the ground running. It's only when you're going for players that are like young and still need to develop. That's when you're a little bit like, yo, this guy needs to learn his way in it. But these guys are, bro, they've got years of experience in the Prem, man. They'll fit in like a glove.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Listen, it's one of them where I don't know. Obviously, the Florian Wirtz one, they got rejected, man. Rums, I don't know what's going on with that one. Is that gonna get done though, man? Or is that you know what I mean? Like, yo,
you know what it is? I feel like PTSD kicks in a bit because of what's happened in the past few windows. But the difference is Caicedo never gave his word to us. Lavia never really gave his word to us. Zubimendi never gave his word to us. From all the reports that are coming out, Wirtz and his entourage have given their word to us. Rejected Bayern. The City thing, I'm not really too sure. LB might know a bit more because I think maybe City just didn't want to pay the money, but then apparently he actually said no to City. I'm not too sure what happened there with Wirtz and City, right? But let's just say, to make it sound better, he rejected both clubs, right? I just think we're trying to meet a middle ground because we've offered 109, which is about 130 million euros. But then they want 150 million euros, which is about 120, 125 million British sterling, right? I think it will get done. Like I do think it will get done. We wanted it done before the Nations League, before he went to his Germany. I think it might get done. I think the window's open till the 10th of June, isn't it? Then it closes again. I think it will probably get done in maybe a week's time because a lot of our fans are saying Wirtz Wednesday and this, that, and the other, and they want it to get done midweek. But these things do take time. And I think because this accelerated quite quickly, everyone wants it done quickly. But it's a big deal. Like, we're about to break the British transfer record, so it's not going to be done like that. But when it's all said and done, this does get done. I think Kirkes might be the one that gets done a bit later because I know reports are saying that's going to be done in a few days. But I actually think Wirtz happened for Kirkes. I think once we get them three done, we're going to start selling players outgoing. You've seen Kelleher to Brentford for 18 million, which is quite good. I think Nunes will probably, when the window reopens, Nunes will probably go to Atletico Madrid or a Saudi. I think Jota leaves. I actually think Diaz and Chiesa actually think stay. That's my curveball. I think them two actually stay because Barca don't have the money to sign Diaz. And I think Diaz doesn't want to go Saudi. I think he still has a lot to prove in Europe. So I think Diaz and Chiesa stay. I think Jota and Nunes are 2 nines, you would say, will go. And then that's when we look at your Ekitike. If Gyökeres is at Arsenal ban and we'll delve into him, we'll be looking at all of the best nine.
I don't think you're going to sell Jota, to be honest. I think you'll sell Nunes.
I think we will. I
think you'll have him as a backup. I think you'll have him as a backup, if anything, because you can't depend on that guy to play up top, Roms, man. Like, I've told you already, like, he's similar to Nkuku, bro. Like, he can finish and all these things and that, but the all-round game's not it. You know what I mean? And his fitness ain't it either. Like, he's had a shit season, but
the irony,
you're losing out on numbers in the team, innit?
The irony, Don, is this season, I think it's down to Slott's playing style. He actually hasn't got injured. So we're thinking he'll have his best year because he stayed injury-free. But he hasn't. But the reason why I think Jota will leave, Don, I think there's a club out there. I think we're holding out for about 40 million. I think someone will pay that money and we'll sell him. It's not that I want him to leave. I just think a suitable offer will come in and we'll sell him. Where Chiesa, I think he loves the club. Regardless, they say Italians are homesick and they want to go back. I genuinely think Chiesa actually likes it in Liverpool. Yes, he's not played that much. He might look at World Cup year. So, do you know, actually, Chiesa's not 100%, but I think he loves the club, but he might look at it from a football standpoint. It's World Cup year. I need to get back in the Italy squad. Maybe I do need to leave. But I think it'll be Jota and Nunes. I could be wrong. Diaz's wife has come out and said a heartfelt post after the parade, and there's a lot of speculation that he might now leave. But it's a weird one. I just think Diaz stays. I think the only club he wants to go to is Barca. Deco's come out and said they're looking at other options like Rashford and whatnot because they don't have the money that we want. We're holding out for about 60, 70 million for Diaz, and I don't think they're willing to pay that.
That's crazy. How much did you buy Diaz for? Was it 50 million?
I think it was
45 mil, I think it was.
Yeah, about 45. It was between 45 and 50.
His debut was against us, innit, at Wembley.
Yeah.
I remember that. Wow. He was. No. His
debut was at Anfield. He scored a dink. I forgot who he was against. It might have been Norwich, but his debut was at.
Did we play a lot at Wembley, bro? Was it not pre-season we played?
No. He signed in January.
Yeah, he signed in January. His debut was at
signing because he was.
I remember we played these lot. We played these
about Cups in February, innit? So yeah. No.
But one thing I want to say that a lot of our fans want this player sold, that player sold. You can't have too much wholesale changes to your front nine. You can't have too many. Out of the 6 we have, I think 2 is the maximum that should leave. I don't think 3 should leave because realistically, we're not going to bring in another 3. I only think we're going to bring in 1 forward. Even if I think we might actually leave ourselves short, right? See how we got 6 forward, would you say, yeah?
Yeah.
I think 2 will go and we'll bring in 1. The reason why I say that is because Wirtz is very versatile. He can play on the left. And some fans actually think he might actually start on the left, which I disagree with. He needs to be in the 10. Yeah. I can't have Szoboszlai refusing to play through ball. That I need Wirtz in that 10. But I actually think we're going to sell 2. We're going to sell 2 and bring in 1. I don't think it will be 2 for 2. So we can't sell our whole front 9. That would just be a bit mad. And I think when it's all said and done, Ekitike goes to Chelsea. I don't think we're as serious as people think. yeah, we've inquired and whatnot, but I think
You need a striker, though, man. You need a striker, though. I can't lie.
I know, but I think we'll probably go for. I wanted the striker now, and now I've seen links this morning. No Reta guy from Atalanta. I think he's a baller. Apparently, we're now in talks with him. So I don't know. I just don't think we're that serious.
He's a one-season wonder, though, man. He's only had really one good season, man, in his career. You know what I mean?
I know. But
he scored double the amount of goals than Højlund did in that season, and you man were gassed for that signing. So I can't start talking. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, don't get me wrong. Like, it's gonna be more than just whatever. But I'm just saying, like, in terms of the signing, like Retugi, I don't know, man. There's better strikers out there, man. What you know what I mean? Gyökeres.
Do they need like a striker like that though, Saeed, if they've got Salah?
It's the right message, wrong messenger. That's all I'm saying, Saeed.
But listen, I'm a football fan first. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just looking at it from a football point of view. I'm not even looking at it from a rival point of view.
I don't think they need like I don't think they need a Gyökeres on me. I think they just need someone up there who's fucking better than Núñez and more fit than Jota. You know what I mean? Salah will get you the goals. He'll get you the volume of goals. You just need someone to get you. They can get a striker and they can get him 15 goals, yeah, and then you get a bit of output off the left, and then you midfield. I think that's fine. I don't think they need. And obviously, Wirtz will score as well. I don't think you need a striker like a Haaland.
You see LB. I see what LB is doing right now. Right, he wants you lot to leave yourself. He wants you lot to leave yourself short up top, yeah, because there's many clubs this season, including Liverpool, that need a striker, bro. Yeah, you need a striker because you know what happens to Salah in the last few games of the season. He goes aiming. You know what I mean? Everyone knows what happens to that brother when he goes aiming, bro. So you need goals, yeah, from everywhere, bro. You need to be adding Wirtz. That's more GNA. You've got Salah there. That's GNA. We know that's guaranteed. But you need someone up there. When Salah's not having a great game or he's just Casper like normally, like what he normally is, yeah. Someone that's gonna get a chance and boom, you know what I mean? That's what you need, bro. I don't buy this thing that Liverpool don't need a striker. You definitely need a striker.
They do need a striker, but they don't need like a Gyökeres who's gonna score 50 goals.
Fair goals, I agree. Because you know what?
They need someone that can link up play. What I'm saying, EkitikeTo would be a good signing for you.
We're looking at the profile of 9 that's good at linking play, like your João Pedro, your Ekitike, whatnot. Because and it's evident this season. Slot wants a 9 that can link play. Jota and Núñez, their strong point isn't their technical ability. That's why he didn't trust them. That's why he put Diaz false 9 for the majority of the season from about January, because he doesn't trust Núñez and Jota to link play. Yeah. So we're going to look at the profile of a João Pedro. We're going to look at a profile of Ekitike and whatnot. That's why I don't think we're going to go in the direction of an Osimhen or Gyökeres. But I think if strikers like that come available, Slot might want another dimension and play with kind of that target, man. But this is why I said Rettegard would be perfect because he's had a good goal scoring season and he's very good technically, and that's what Slot wants. You even see it in his midfield. How many times have we said over the past year Liverpool need that destroying 6? I think Slot wants to do the more total football Dutch way. He wants to kind of do the PSG blueprint where you wouldn't say any of their 3 midfielders are destroyers, but they're all technically good and they can keep the ball. That's the direction I think Slot wants to go with us. So I think he wants to do that throughout the squad. That's why you're seeing Kirkers and Frimpong. That's why you're seeing us link to 9s that can link play. That's why you're seeing us link to 6s that can that are quite good, like your Whartons and whatnot. He just wants the team to be technical from the top to bottom. That's the direction I think we're going.
And I hope that's the direction that will continue to win in the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of watching certain teams on this panel, and I have to prepare myself to watch them. You know what I'm saying? I like to watch total football.
Can't help him.
I like to watch total football. Certain clubs, bro, it's like I'm sitting there and I'm doing Pythagoras for an hour, bro. You know what I mean? Trigonometry for 1 hour, bro. Yeah. I like to watch how PSG play. I like to watch slot ball. I like to watch certain things that my club's been doing recently. So long may it continue, bro. Barcelona and PSG in the final would have been amazing. That would have been great football.
Facts, yeah, it would have been. It would have been. I can't lie. But you know what it is, though, man? I feel like even Mateta, bro. People are sleeping on Mateta, man. Them
people are sleeping on Mateta. Nice.
Well, hey,
I think Mateta is in the Premier League probably the most complete striker, but at an average level. So he's never gonna score you 25 goals a season. I don't think he's that player.
No, he's not going to do that. No.
But if you need a player that's, I reckon, for a top team, should be a second striker off the bench, second option, you can probably get him for about 35, 40 million. he's the perfect striker you can sign. He's on the ball. He's good. He's comfy. He can take it on his feet. He can take a player on. He's a bit like Isaac with his feet at times. A bit quick. He's a bit jinky, you know. Sometimes you see him, he's a bit acrobatic. He's good with his headers. His movement's good. His finishing's good. Like everything he does is at a good 7 out of 10 level. So I feel like if any team needs a second striker, I'd say Mateta's the perfect one.
It's not bad to have like a different option though. Who is that Johnny who went to Bayern Munich who used to play for Stoke?
Choupo-Moting.
Yeah, like bro, just have a little bit of a,
he was bro, like listen,
different option, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have options, mate. Yeah. So I don't know, man.
But yeah,
do you know another nine I think clubs are sleeping on, but Leverkusen aren't going to want to sell him. But I think Patrick Schick is very underrated, you know. I think he's very underrated.
I'm not with it. You know why? He's that sort of striker you buy after a tournament, that you don't buy, man. You don't buy players.
He's been that player all the time, yeah.
And to be fair, his injury record ain't the best, but I feel like he's a good linchpin. Like, but the thing is, Leverkusen won't sell him. They're getting raided as it is. Tar, Frimpong, Wirtz, like they're not going to sell him. But I think it's a striker that actually come to the Prem and do quite well. Just my opinion. But Boniface will probably, if they're to sell a striker, probably most probably be Boniface, isn't it?
Boniface, yeah. He to be fair got done over a deal, man.
What's going on with your client as well, LB? Your client's on a jolting. I'm seeing man's getting artists, Nigerian big artists, to start tweeting on the mains, talking about he's a Chelsea fan and you need to sign him and whatnot. We were doing conversations on FaceTime trying to sell him. Victor, bro, this guy's client, bro. You know what I mean? Tell your client to lower his wages because nobody right now is coming for my man. You could talk about all the kebab goals he was getting and all of these things, but the reality is right now no one in the Prem has come in for my man because he's asking for bread that no one wants to give him, bro.
Well, don't give him exactly, bro. Yeah, so you don't want to give my client the cash. He'll go Saudi Arabia, mate.
Yeah, let him go. Let him go Saudi. Let him go Saudi.
He don't need you, bro. You need him in it. So have some little respect when you're speaking about him, because it's ridiculous.
We do, man.
40 odd goals this year he scored. Yeah, and you're out here trying to negotiate his wage. Pay the man his money, 400 grand a week. Yeah, he's worth and he'll get you goals, bro. You want to go and get Liam Delap on a cheap one, then fairs. It's up to you, isn't it?
I mean, we're looking at two strikers. So those two strikers are able to make up.
Pay the money, bro. You've just qualified for Champions League, which gets you bare cash. You're playing Club World Cup, which gets you bare cash. Yeah, and then you don't want to pay the guy his money.
Nah, man. You can't give him that money, man. Giving him that money, it just screams to me Aubameyang. When
don't you pay Kai Havertz 290 grand?
Arsenal dropped the mad amount of Aubameyang was banging goals, Then we gave him the mad contract, and then everything just vanished. That's the thing that I think when you give players
Aubameyang was a bit older though. Aubameyang was like 30, 31.
The hunger goes, man. You give players a certain amount of money, the hunger it goes, man.
And the thing is, this is what we had a conversation about last time with the whole bonus and that. If you believe in your ability and you know you're going to score goals, like to me, it's a red flag to be completely adamant that you want the cash up front. To me, that's you telling me. No. It is a red flag. Let me explain why. It's a red flag. Because you're walking into a team with some of the best creators in the world, right? You're going to be getting a lot of creativity and a lot of goals, right? Same thing as Haaland. If Haaland came into this Chelsea team right now, he's scoring a lot of goals because there's a lot of people creating for him. So if the club is saying we'll pay you 200, I don't know, 250 a week or 200 a week plus bonuses, you get X amount for the goals that you score, right? Which you're guaranteed to score. I don't get the issue, and your money goes up again within a year. I really don't get the issue, bro.
Because he's proven himself.
Yeah, but
they say that Cole Palmer, a young player, or Madueke, young player. This guy's proven himself. Why does he have to prove it again?
Yeah, but
this is how the world works, Don. You want the best players, you got to pay him the money, bro.
Has he proved it in the Prem? Has he proved it in the Prem?
Oh, what are we doing here, man?
It's the truth, though. Has he proved it in the Prem?
Bro. Because what I hate about this, I don't agree with it.
Hold on, LB. Let me finish what I'm saying.
The Prem.
LB, there's clear evidence of this club giving players more money within a year of them proving themselves, right? So if you're his fucking solicitor, bro, you chat to him and say within a year you're gonna be on whatever you want because you're gonna prove yourself. It's as simple as that.
Why does he have to prove himself again?
Broski, we brought in guys like Kai Havertz and Werner on these man on like 250 a week, right? And these man didn't prove shit. Yeah, they were just eating because they're playing for Chelsea. You know what I mean?
I think Osimhen is different. You know, I'm with LB, man. He's done it. He's done it.
You're gonna pay 400k a week.
He's done it in the Champions League. He's done it in the Serie A. Like, he's not a guy that you know, right? Oh, but it's a gamble, you know. But he's a guy that you know is going to score goals. Bro.
I think you'll suit us best. I agree with everything that you're saying, but I'm looking at it from not from Chelsea point of view. I'm looking at all the clubs. Why is it not only Chelsea that don't want to pay him the money, bro? It's not just us. Right?
When a player demands big wages like him and doesn't shy away from that, and he's willing to go Saudi, and he's shown he's willing to go Saudi, it just shows bad attitude. Let's be honest, bro. It shows he's not got the right attitude. I don't want him in my team. No.
Explain.
No. Let him land him cooking. Let Jules cook, man.
Let's have it right, yeah. Because we all know to be a footballer, it's a blessing anyway. Yeah. Most people when they grow up, and especially Osimhen, when people come from humble beginnings, you just want to be a footballer. So when you're talking about playing at the top level, choosing a club in your prime, we're not talking about a 35-year-old Osimhen who's trying to secure his bag, you know, not 34-year-old Osimhen. In your prime, when you can go to secure a bag in Saudi, or you can go to a big club and have a legacy, which is what ultimately people are in for football for. He should choose to go to the big club, drop his weight. It's not like he's getting paid pennies, bro. He's going to get paid 200.
Why should
wait, you're talking about the difference between 250k a week lifestyle to 400k a week lifestyle. Tell me what the difference in lifestyle those people are going to be living. It's not a huge difference, bro. Their lifestyle is going to be very similar.
It's not 300k, by the way. Don't say it's 300k.
He wants 400k.
He wants over 400k a week, but he wants the same as Salah, bruv.
He wants 400k, but it wasn't 400k though.
No, Saeed, he's on 12 million a year at Napoli. When you break down the numbers, it works out to be
net, it's net in Italy as well. It's all net, their wages.
It's all net, and also it's euros as well. It's euros as well over there. So that's
a lot of money.
Consideration.
Like, but the thing for me, you come to Europe, like Jules is saying. Jules is basically saying, as a professional footballer, we hear it. You've come from poverty, like you're getting a lot of money in Saudi. I hear all of that, right? But the facts are, he's still a multi-millionaire right now, right? He's still going to make millions at Chelsea, and he's actually going to make a legacy for himself in Europe, right? Because if he goes Saudi right now, it's just a waste of a career for me, bro. It's like, okay, cool, you won something in Italy, you won something in Turkey or whatever, but then you went to Saudi so early. Like, why are you doing this? We spoke about this with the likes of Oscar. Like, Oscar's got generational wealth, cool, but he left so early, bro. Guys like Hulk left so early. Like, they haven't really got much of a legacy, right?
Remember that
Osimhen as well. Yeah. Yeah, even him. My man was at Atletico Madrid. He went to fucking China quite early as well, right?
No. I'm on about the West Brom guy. Do you remember Pereira in lockdown?
Pereira, yeah, he stayed for 1 year, then he cut out. He could have. Bro, when I used to watch him, I used to look at him and think, bro, this is an Arsenal type player. Like, Arsenal should be looking at him. When you talk about Osimhen, bro, he'll come Chelsea. He's got the mask. He's African, bro. Saudi will still want him. Saudi aren't going away anytime soon. Like, when he's done in England, he will still have the opportunity to go to Saudi and make even more money because he's a big name in Africa. He's probably the biggest name in Africa.
I think the way you guys are speaking is mad crazy. I can't lie.
No, but we're not calling him a bad LB. No, LB, I want Chelsea to sign him, but you have to look at the other side of things as well. Like what me and Jules are saying, what other people are agreeing with, bro. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense, bro.
It doesn't make sense.
Do you know the maddest thing is as well? Yeah. Everyone that's saying, 400k a week is calm. Guarantee you, Osimhen, let's for example, he goes to Chelsea, they pay him 400k a week. If he hasn't scored 10 goals in his first 10 games, everyone's saying, why are you spending 400k a week on this brother? Only scored 2 goals.
Yeah, but you wouldn't say
they're going to add up his wages for that. They say, you spent 10 million in this time.
Why is he not scoring 10 goals? What are we doing? Like,
clubs have got to protect themselves, though. Clubs have got to protect themselves.
007.
Yeah. 007.
That's part of the risk, though. That's part of the risk when you're going for these players. That's part of the risk. Liverpool are signing Spurs.
And do you know what's funny?
For 150 million euros, and they're going to have to.
You know when Osimhen actually comes to the Premier League. You know, we all remember when we had a striker like Osimhen. When you look at some Lukaku, got laughed at. They call him man plays with his Tims on. When Osimhen comes to the Premier League, you do know. When they're watching him every week, this is what they're gonna think of Osimhen. You know, you're not gonna rate him the same way you do, like when you watch him here and there. Osimhen's not that good of a player. You're gonna see him on the ball, dropping and doing all these funny things.
But the thing is, though, Haaland ain't a good of a player. He's a goal scorer. These guys are goal scorers.
Let me say something as well. Let me even say something to defend him as well. People like to say this thing, he can't kick ball. Osimhen is actually not bad at linking up play, bro.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's always
he is techie, but he's also clumsy as well at times. A lot of times.
Yeah, but bro, listen, Haaland ain't the best on the ball, but brother, give me Haaland right now, and he's comfortably scoring over 30 goals with Palmer and Enzo and that behind him, Estevao and that creating. He's comfortably getting those goals, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care about the whole looking pretty on the ball. If you get me a fucking goal scorer right now, I'm taking that, bro.
You got
Dilap. Guarantee you goals, bro. He'll guarantee you goals. So go sign him and pay him the money. You need him. Remember that, Don. Yeah? When you want to talk about, you're his lawyer and that, you need him, bro.
Yeah, and he needs us for his legacy too. He needs us.
I don't need that. No, shut up about legacy, man. What are you doing?
You know what I mean?
He can
go Saudi and get all the
legacy.
LB's gonna get 3 million Asian.
Chelsea just made top 4 this year. Talk about legacy, guys.
He can go Saudi to go get all the Birkin bags that he wants and all of these things. It's calm. But when people are looking back at his career and he's looking at his millions, they'll be like, okay, cool. You can't touch. You're
acting as if this guy's never won anything in his life.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, he's won in Italy. That's fine. But you know it hits different when you come to the Prem. You know it hits different over here, bro. You know what I mean?
Well,
you know
it is.
You know what it is. Yeah. So let me ask the question. You got Dilap. Sorry, Don Roms.
Yeah.
You got Dilap. You need kind of a more experienced striker. Like Ekitike, is he gonna really be the one that you rely on for goals? Like obviously Jackson's still there. I don't know what Jackson. I'm hearing rumors of.
Yeah, what's gonna happen with him?
I reckon he goes to Milan.
If we sign another striker. Jacob Steinberg put out an article today. It listed like a bunch of players that were basically going to sell. And he basically said, if we sign another striker, it puts Jackson's like career out in the open, basically, innit? To say like we could be open to selling him. And personally, I've said already, bro, like if the right offer comes in, I think the club would move him on. I honestly think the club would move him on. You know, like people were laughing the other day when I said, like 60 million for Jackson. When I'm looking at the fact that he's signed till the 2030s, he's got double digits goals in the Prem in 2 seasons now, yeah, and he should have even more. And we know how good he is on the ball in terms of linking up play. 60 million right now is not mad to me. It's not.
Wait, what happens with Goo then? Goo must be a guarantee to leave.
He might be going Ipswich. McKenna wants him as the next replacement. And do you know what? They're very similar. The way they press, the way they play, their frame, they're very similar, innit? Gil was taller than Dilap, but they're similar in how they play, innit? But I'm happy with the sign of Dilap, but again, Ekitike, bringing him in, you could talk about the age, but at the same time, he is a different profile to Dilap. You know, because on the ball, he's clear of Dilap. Like, you know, Dilap's ball strike is obviously better than his.
Like me and you spoke about off air, and I think Dilap, for the money you sign him for, quality sign him, but I think you even agreed, he needs to come in with sound experience, what Saeed just said, because I think now you lot, and listen, if you got standards as a Chelsea fan, your objective for next season should, I'm not saying to win the league, but it should be at least to challenge, right? You've got Champions League now, it should be to challenge. And I feel like Dilap won't fire you to a league, but I think in a pair, he could. But someone else needs to be more proven than him, 100%. I think that business you've done there, probably, because I would have even taken him alongside another striker. I think Dilap's quality.
100%. I'm not comfortable going into the Champions League, right? A harder competition. Yeah. Where Maresca, again, he's new as well, bro, in the Champions League, yeah? You've got to manage your first team basically on a Wednesday or Tuesday. Then you've got to play another strong team at the weekend. Like, cool, Dilap will score more chances than Jackson for me. But, bro, I'm not comfortable with that, innit? I need a little bit more. You know what I mean? I just need a little bit more. And even if Ekitike came in, cool, it's not Osimhen, but I know that I'm generating more numbers up there. You know what I'm saying? I know I've got a different profile that could do a look of something. And when you're talking about the ceiling of both of them, it's mad out here, bro. It's mad out here.
So are you telling me that you might be signing Dilap and Ekitike?
Yeah. We're still looking at
it. Don't you think Dilap's just another investment signing? I think they're signing him just to have a backup. I think you guys are going to sign him. See, he's probably going to be a backup striker next season. He'll probably
Newcastle buy him for like 70 million.
How much is that going to cost for them two?
And then they'll end up selling him in a year or two for about 25 million.
Well, if he does well here, why would we sell him? We brought Palmer. Palmer's
getting a lot of minutes.
That's going to be 110 LB, because Frankfurt went 85 million, which is about 100 million euros.
Right, so you're going to pay 110, yeah? Just obviously going back to the whole money thing.
Here comes Proctor.
No. Just obviously, again, just
Cook him.
cut apart your whole
Get to
story.
work,
Yeah.
agent.
You're going to pay 110 for Delap and Ekitike, yeah?
As if it goes calculate out.
And what are the wages on those two players going to be, please?
I don't know. But what I do know is that the wages have gone down. The wages have gone down.
You don't know, bro. You don't have a clue.
The wages have gone down, bro. The he ain't even fucking finished his medical
Quite a
yet,
coincidence that when we're playing this little experiment, you don't know.
It ain't going to be no 400k.
Normally, Don, fucking Chelsea FC knows everything about the club. Now suddenly has no idea what wages these guys are going to be.
It'll be less than. I'll probably say it'll be less than 130 for both of them. Like they ain't going to be on 130.
So one
be on around 120
probably
grand.
About 100 bags. I'll probably say 100 bags. Like
okay, so 200 grand a week plus 110.
Yeah.
But you could just sign Osimhen, for what, 40, 50, and then put him on 400, and then you don't need to sign anyone else because you've still got Jackson, and you've got a proven goal scorer and Jackson.
Well, Delap's here now, ain't he? Delap's here now, so we can't do what you're planning there. You know, he's here, isn't it? Bro, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with 30 million, bro. Ipswich right now are pissed. They're thinking, yo, we could have got more for this brother. We could have actually got more for this guy. We got this guy for 30 million. And I'm telling you,
Liam Delap's clever, man. He put a relegation clause in there. Bang.
Yeah, bro. The chances, that's what I'm saying. Like the quality of the player, I'm not worried about the quality because Delap don't even play like a how old is he? 20, 19-year-old, 20-year-old. He don't play like that, bro. Like he's actually a unit up there. You know what I mean? He's a proper Chelsea
He's
striker.
a battering ram. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro. He's like a tank in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the chances I see this team create, he'll be loving it. You know what I mean? He'll be loving it. But I'm just looking at the fact that we're now in Champions League. We need a bit more than Delap, man.
Yeah. Let me get these super chats, man. Phil said, lads, it's Tottenham. Big up George and everyone who, I don't know what he means there. Big up Freddie says, with PSG winning the UEFA Champions League, is there any big club left without a major European trophy? Hooks, you know ball. Can you answer it?
I'm pretty sure us and Atletico Madrid, isn't it?
No, they've got Europa Leagues. Don't do that. He didn't say Champions League. He said European major. He said major.
I asked that question on the time.
No, wait. Now you see us there, bro. You get me? Man.
No response.
Us and Atletico Madrid with the last.
But on the panel right now, though, yeah, you man.
George ain't got no UCL in it. So do you get what I'm saying?
I got a major. I got 3 of them.
You read it.
All of a sudden, second tier in Europe is major. Now I hear it, man.
You can't move the goalpost. It said European major. That means Europa League and Champions League.
Okay, if Europa League is a major, then so is the Club World Cup. Safe.
Saeed, read that, man. Read that. I want Hooks to read that. No, can we let Hooks read this, please? Hooks, you can read.
Big up, Freddie says, big up George and Don, the only 2 brothers who are bringing European pride to the beautiful city of London. And big up the rest of the panel.
Wait, what's this Spurs and Chelsea link up? How disgusting!
You know it's how cool.
Wait. There's definitely not a link up. But
big link up.
I'm a European.
Yeah, all it is, Rob. Yeah,
you can call yourself a PN champ or something like. No, you can't call you. There's no Euro in it. Just PN champ or something. But
nah, man. All the postcodes in London link up to BFAS, man. You get me? Is what it is, man. You get me? Is what it is.
Yeah.
I see Spurs linking up with Chelsea to slew Arsenal. It's dark, bro. It's dark. I never.
Right, man. You're not invited to the cookout, man. It's cute, man.
It's cute, man. Yeah. Abubakar says Diaz at 65 is better than a lot of wingers now. Diaz under Flick is scary. Diaz left, Yamal right, and Rafinha is what Flick planning for the next season. Big up everyone. What a day. Smash a like 20 times. Nadir says George is waffling. Osimhen has the standards for his services. Legacy, he's got that already in Naples. You sound like Premtards with did you prove it there?
I mean, let's be honest here. Being big for Napoli is not the same as being big for Chelsea. Chelsea is a much, much bigger club than Napoli. So when we're talking about legacy, if he has a good career at Chelsea, in 10, 20 years' time, you're going to see kids with the back of that Osimhen shirt walking around. Just, as you said, in the village, in the villages that he's growing up in, you see all them Osimhen shirts, Chelsea and all that. No one's tuning into Napoli like that, bro. Like from around the world. Let's be honest.
Hey, what, man?
Look at all the African players Chelsea have had, bro. Just look at that as a start.
Napoli's a big club. I'm not trying to say they're not a big club, but they're not. No, but again, I'm not saying Napoli's not a big club. They're a huge club. They're a huge club, but they're not bigger than Chelsea. And no, they're not bigger than Tottenham.
But he won them the league.
Yeah. Can't lie. First title in 30 years. Big thing. LB, the
First
young
30 years, isn't it?
Mac Roman, $1 million man. Lloyd Lacey says, I feel signing Osimhen brings trouble. Being Mikel, bro, means major drama every time he has a bad name, a bad game. Since Money Mace has left our dressing room, he's been calm.
Wait, when he says Mikel, he means John Obi.
Yeah, John Obi.
John Obi.
This guy's always doing propaganda for him. Oh, he needs to go to Chelsea. You know, his voice is so high.
He loves Chelsea. He loves Chelsea.
He's got a weird accent, isn't it? Like it's like
he's got a weird accent. You would not.
The way he talks, it's confused.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Moving on to United, man. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes is on the hot topic. Could be leaving. You know what I mean? It's a big week for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes, Al Hilal. We need the money, man. Them. I don't know. The United family.
What about his legacy? Has he never won a Premier League with Man United or Champions League?
Yeah.
Should he leave? Should he leave or not? Is it all right for him? Well, what are we doing here?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, no one else.
No one else.
No one else is. Hold on, LB. Who else is coming in for Bruno right now?
How old is he?
And how old is he as well? How old is he as well?
He's 30. He's 31 in the.
He wasted his peak years at United. Not to say he won't do well at other clubs. Cool, I hear that, right? But he's wasted his peak years at United. So let a man just sign out. You're in your 30s now. He's not really gonna get much better. Like we've seen the best of Bruno. Really, let's be real. Yeah, obviously
wasted.
He
won a few trophies.
You know what, John?
Certain men have had their prime years in like certain teams and never won anything. Like hooks.
Yeah,
but like Bruno's been winning trophies, so like we need to get it clarified. He's not being wasted away like certain man.
George, to add on to that as well, United's the last team I want to be defending, and Bruno's the last player because I'm not his biggest fan. However, it's a bit disingenuous, Don, for you to say he's wasted years because when he went to United, their squad then compared to now, I think he was playing with Pogba, Matic. You had Martial, then you had Rashford. They had a better outfit than they have now. So he's probably looking at it like, I'm going to go into this. I could be that player to win things. And of course, it's not the Premier Champions League, but he's won both domestic cups, got to 2 European finals. I wouldn't necessarily say he wasted his years, Don, but I know what you're saying. That he could he have better years elsewhere? Cool, but he came into a better United team than they are now.
When I say wasted, I mean like he could have. Bruno, the type of player that Bruno is, right?
He was in Liverpool though.
Do you know what's funny? As much as I cuss him all the time, I actually wanted him. I remember
he could have went to Liverpool.
We had a pre-season game. We had a pre-season game against Sporting 6 months before he went to Euro. I think it was summer 20 after we won the Champions League, and he scored a long-range goal against us, and he was bossing us. And the team we fielded was quite strong. It's not like we were fielding that second string. I think Mane was playing, Van Dijk was playing, a couple of players were playing. I was like, who's this Bruno guy? Till I actually watched him week in, week out. I'm like,
what I'm referring to, Roms, is like, you know what the Glazers are, in it. You know what I mean? Like, you're looking at these guys and you're looking at Pogba, bro. Look how they use Pogba, bro. Like, they were using Pogba as a fucking DM, bro. Like,
DM,
when Pogba would go to France, man's out here balling out of Kante because they're using him differently. He goes back to United. Pogba's looking like some, you know what I mean? Some I don't know what he was looking like in that team. So I'm just saying, like, for me, he should have gone to a better team with a better sort of project. I don't know.
You know what it is though, John,
wanted him, but it's like hold on, Saeed. I feel like the skill that Bruno has, as much as I don't really fuck with him like that, but he has a very niche skill that could have helped him win more if he went to a better team. If that makes sense. So it's kind of peak for him. Like he's only got what, FA Cup, he's got the Carabao Cup, he's got the Europa, right? Did he win the Europa?
No. He
joined the season.
2 finals, he went missing.
No, 2. Villarreal and Spurs, bro.
Now, when you watch Mourinho, he wasn't there. He joined after.
He wasn't there. He came in 2020, innit?
Yeah, that's it. See, that's what I mean, innit? Yeah. But go on, say you're about to land.
But what I was saying though is like, I feel like there was a scout report saying that United should avoid buying Bruno Fernandes in it because he gives the ball away a lot in it. So at the time, like there was a kind of idea of like, should we get him? Should we not? Like, I'm not gonna say he's been a flop signing. He's been a fairly good signing for Man United. Obviously, not my cup of tea in the way that it's ended. At start, I was loving Bruno, but when the petulance came in his game and when he started to lose the ball, I was like, I'm not really feeling this. Right now, at this minute, we've seen PSG let go of Mbappe and become a better team. I'm not saying United become a better team, but the money that they can go and get from that year, then go and get what we want is Mbeumo, other signings that could come to the football club. We can become a better team. We've already got Konya now. Like, if you go and get... And also, when you look at it, Bruno doesn't really fit the system. And I know the system really and truly right now is looking cooked. Amorim right now is effed in that system, bro. And really and truly, if United were playing a 4-2-3-1, Bruno Fernandes would not be thinking of going anywhere. But right now, because of the system, he's not really a 6 and he's not really a 10 in the system right now. So Man United have got to look at it and think, you know what? This is the best time to cash in with Bruno. Take the money, move on. But it's about replacing them with better players. You only regret things here. United have only regret things here because they've not been able to replace players. If they replace them with a Mbeumo, Cunha, Mateto, or someone like that, or Osimhen, you're like, rah, they're better for it, guys, man. But obviously, if you do what Tottenham did, they sold Bale, they bought in Chadley, all these man. Thought they were like, you weren't, come on, but
we did get one cold replacement though. Ericsson, innit? Ericsson was part of that.
Ericsson was good, but the rest of them were.
Paulinho was decent as well for that season. I think he was.
Yeah, there was a couple that was.
You went Barca after. Come on, man.
They bought that Romanian guy. They bought some random Donnies, but you get the point of the question. They had 100 million. They spent it wrongly. United could go and get. Yeah. This is why I want Premier League proven players, man. Give me Premier League proven players.
You know what side as well? I think if you were to keep Bruno, I think it just sends the wrong message because that showed me you're trying to then probably build because he signed a contract recently. That showed you're probably trying to build around him for the next 2-3 years. And with his age and like you said, the formation not suiting him, it doesn't make sense. Because you know what? 100 million for any player is going to make you consider the sale. But especially for you lot with the dire straits you're in, I think it's a no-brainer.
You know what you should do with that, innit? You know what you should do with it.
Go on.
Wire it straight to Brighton and go and get Baleba, bro.
I want Wharton, man. I think Wharton's
nah.
Baleba's the best one. Baleba's the best.
Baleba, bro.
Wharton, man.
I'm with Saeed. I think Wharton's a bit better.
I think Wharton's better, man. I like
No. It's not about being better. It's about what's best for that system that Amorim plays. And I'm
convinced that
Baleba's better than
Look, there's Caden. Look, told you Caden was 4 hours.
Yeah, obviously, of course, man. Listen, they've got European football. They've got leverage on us, but I just think for me, he's a Michael Carrick regen, this Wharton, man. And I loved Michael Carrick.
You need energy in that midfield. When I watch United, bro, when I watch United, Saeed, I'm watching your midfield, just walking around.
What Wharton did to you lot. Wharton was literally everywhere in that midfield.
No, I'm getting it, bro. But I just think when I'm watching United, I'm looking at that midfield, and Baleba will cover so much ground. He will give the freedom to likes of Cunha in front of him to just be like getting forward and creating.
I agree.
Wharton's a good player, man, but I think for United, Baleba would be the better option for you guys.
Yeah, ideally, I would love both, but you can't really get 2 left-footed midfielders. It don't really work, does it? Let's be honest, man. Edison's still around. I don't know what's going on with Edison, man. Like, is he?
He's a mid player, bro. He's mid.
Nah, I wouldn't say mid. That's hard.
No, he's a mid. He's mid, bro. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, what happened? You changed energy. I thought you were after him.
Wait, the LB. Wait, the Atalanta one.
Edison, he's cold. Nah, he's good. He's good.
Wait, he's not mid.
Mid player.
No, mid is
I think he's
mid.
I think he's decent, but he's not going to solve all our issues, though. He's gonna be. That's why I want Adam Wharton next to Edison. Is that at least with Edison, right? He can be the ball winner, the energetic box to box, yeah. And then you've got an Adam Wharton that can get on the ball and start dictating. You know what I'm trying to say, bro?
Bro, I was doing Edison scout alongs in January, yeah, because we was linked with him. I watched him 4 or 5 times. Every time I was like, this guy is shit. On the ball ability, very average.
Your scout alongs out, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I've seen you.
I've watched some of LB's videos. He's doing highlights. He was speaking for 5 minutes without saying anything about the highlights.
By the way, yeah, you're that guy that you're after, that right back here, that Wesley guy. He's shit as well, by the way. Don't buy that guy. Yeah, we're not getting him, bro.
We went into him as well.
Have you watched Wesley? Have you watched that Wesley?
Funny enough, I was going to watch him last night. He was dropped to the bench. So
he's
LB, this is how back you a bit. One player you said for the past year that's good and he looks mint is we call him extra messy, but he actually that scout along was good still. Right. He looks something else.
By the way, we're linked with James McAtee, you know, man. Have you seen that?
What? I saw us getting linked with him as well, and I was like, "What is this?"
I like James McAtee, though. You know, like he goes down there.
United level side, he's a good player. I didn't laugh because he's a bad player, very good player. But United level to get you back where.
We're getting top 6, bro. We're not getting anywhere massive, bro.
He's a good player, McAtee. Him and Palmer in the academy were like this. They were like this, man. Trust me. But the problem is, the reason why Cole Palmer's done better is because Cole Palmer has an ego, bro. Cole Palmer knows he's sick.
He's a bit laid back in it. He's a bit laid back.
I could see he's a little bit more humble. So I think with him, he needs to get in a team where he's going to play week in, week out.
Is he a man, by the way? He's a man, innit?
Yeah.
He's a man through, I'll say. But I don't know if he's a City fan like that, though. I don't know. Like, is he?
Where did he go on loan?
I think he's a City fan. I don't know. Yeah,
you know, trying to copy us trying to copy us another thing. Yeah, you know, we like on local Man City crop. You know, we're trying to go down that route now. Yeah,
you bro.
Where do we?
We're just supplying the football world with managers, players. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it'll be what it is. You learn from Cobham. You learn from Cobham, so we taught you well. You know what I mean? We taught you well.
You know, we got a little bit of yeah, true. We did get a little bit of update from Ben Jacobs. I can't lie, he's become like
he's cooking, bro.
He's doing well this window.
Low key, he's cooking, bro.
Yeah,
he's come out with something mad right now. I don't know about this one.
This is
the Al Hilal striker Mitrovic, you know, available for 40 million, and it's prepared to pick a pay
People like Mitrovic ain't a goal. You talk about goal scorer. He's trying to get onto Osimhen. Mitrovic is a goal scorer. Proven one in the Premier League.
Yeah, he's proven though.
He's a goal scorer.
I don't know, man. 40 million is a bit mad. I'd rather go get my second, man.
Quick question on your front line, yeah. Do you think you get Mbeumo over Newcastle? Because I think he either goes to Newcastle or United. But do you think you can maybe pick? I think it'll be tough because they got Champions League football. It's that right hand side screaming out for him. Because obviously they've had Murphy there and I think Barnes, they've kind of alternated there, but he's better than both of them. I feel like, do you know what I think with this deal? He should go Newcastle, but I feel like he might just pick United.
You know what is Newcastle though? Have they got that? Like, I don't know, man. Like, are you wanting to go to Newcastle in 2025 nowadays, man?
No
disrespect to Newcastle, yeah, but like, why haven't they been able to get these apart from Tonali, yeah? Who have they really gone and get?
It's been because
let's cut to the chase. Saeed's been around the bush. Now let me be very, very direct, Saeed.
Go on, I'll let you tap it in like Morano. Go on then.
No. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that your project is more attractive than Newcastle's project?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it's more attractive because we're 15th. I'm not gonna do this.
The
United name though is still attractive though. Let's not downplay the United name, what they have, the history.
Players are clocking on now, Saeed. Players are clocking on that this United ain't the same United as 10 years ago. This is a dead United. And Newcastle, if I'm looking at Newcastle, Newcastle players, bro. I've never seen a team smile as much as Newcastle players, bro, when I'm watching them. These guys are gassed. Yeah, I'm seeing Bruno Guimaraes, singing fucking Newcastle songs and that, with his kids. Bro, it's on madness. They've got that unreal midfield. They've got Isak up top. They've got a brilliant left winger in Gordon. They need to upgrade that right winger, even though Murphy's done sick. They're going to improve the defense.
But Mbeumo doesn't mind UCL, though. I don't know if you were hearing this, though. He doesn't mind not playing
he said he doesn't really mind not playing.
There's big sources revealing that he doesn't mind UCL, and that's crazy, bro.
You know what?
That means he's been sold on the project. Then that means he's been sold on the project.
The reason why I think he should pick Newcastle, because I don't know what you lot think. I said either Isak or Bruno would leave. Isak's going to stay. He's going to give that year loyalty. You know what Cristiano Ronaldo did with you lot, Hazard with Chelsea. We've seen many examples. He's going to give an extra year. And I thought Bruno would leave. When I'm looking at his suitors now, the main suit was City. City have gone on to other targets. I'm looking at Newcastle thinking, hold on, if they can keep Livramento, Isak's basically staying, Bruno's most likely to stay, add in Mbeumo to that front line with Gordon and Isak, and sign more players, they can challenge easily. They can challenge.
I've said this pure times, Roms, to Newcastle fans. They're saying, if you hold on to all your players and improve certain positions, there's absolutely no excuse for you guys not to be in a title race. And you know what? They can't even argue with me because they tell me that they've got the best striker in the league. Yeah, they tell me that the Bruno G, and I think they've got the best midfield in the league. Yeah, Murphy's been cooking, Gordon's been cooking. They've got one of the best right backs in the league. Yeah, the defense is pretty solid. They signed 3 or 4 top quality players to come in at right wing, maybe a new centre back, new goalkeeper, and maybe a project midfielder or whatever, just to bolster that squad up. There's no reason, man. And then Mbeumo would be an absolute idiot to choose United over.
The thing is, though, the thing that Newcastle have here, the problem with Newcastle, bro, they've got the richest owners here, but because of what they are as a club, because they're not a big club and they don't bring in a global club,
they're not a global club.
Yeah, that's what I mean. PSR.
What's this Fergie called outside?
Hold on, Rob, yeah.
I don't know. You know what did he say to Fergie?
I say he said like a little club in tune. They're just a little tune club or something. I remember he dissed them back in the 90s. Do you remember?
I don't know. I know Tottenham one, but I don't know the Newcastle one.
What it is with Newcastle, they have problems with like PSR in it. You know what I mean? Whereas with United, I think United, yeah, obviously we know how much United bring in and stuff, and I know financially it's a bit of a problem for them. But United, for me, I think will just be able.
Oh yeah, a wee club in the northeast.
That's it, a wee club in.
Hold on, let me land this point. Yeah, I think long term United will be able to spend more money than Newcastle in it. So if you're looking at it, if Mbeumo's looking at it, don't want to go somewhere in the next 5 years to a club that's limited with their spending, or do you want to go to a United who are guaranteed to spend? You know what I mean? Like United are always kind of sort of guaranteed to spend more in it because you bring in more than Newcastle. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
that's how I'm kind of looking at it. I think financially, Newcastle are a little bit held back by PSR. That's the only problem.
Why didn't say they got no PSR issues? But then again,
not this year, but Saeed, they have a rich. Bro, their owner's worth like 300 billion, but they can't just pump in all that money. You're not allowed to do it, bro.
But City win these cases about like all these ATP cases and that, or APT cases, associated party transactions. City win them, which we are winning at the moment. Then that'll help Newcastle. So I don't think that is right, Don. I think that they are going to be able to spend. And if they keep getting Champions League, they'll just keep getting sponsors from Saudi, and then
that's what they've got to do. That's what they've got to do. They've got to keep.
Well, they are doing that though, isn't it? And that Seller is from Saudi, isn't it? Seller, I think that's from Saudi. So, bro, I think you're overdoing it a little bit, man. I can't lie. I think exactly. I think this guy's right. I think for me and Mbeumo, they got Mbeumo maybe. Just hang on a minute, look at their forward line.
Three might be the best.
That midfield, the Bruno, Tonali, Joe Linton, and a forward line of Gordon, Isak, and Mbeumo.
They need to replace Joe Linton, though. I can't lie. They need to get a better rate, though, man. I know he's. I don't know.
I think you're. I think he bullies players. Joe Linton bullies midfields, bro. I think like
as much as
the Champions League, man.
That's the thing. As much as it works in the Premier League and the Champions League, you need a higher technical level.
You can't do that.
He's not going to be good enough for the Champions League, and they need a player that can go in there. Man.
They need better centre backs. I think Dan Burns can be underrated, but they need to maybe get another centre back as well because that Botman is so injury prone. If they can get a not left back, they should be okay with Lewis Hall. But to be fair, they do need. They're gonna get the keeper in from Burnley. He's decent, but they need to improve their squad. They can't be running around with James Murphy in the Champions League, bro. Like you might as well
no. Stop this, bro. Jacob Murphy was
Jacob Murphy's cold. Jacob Murphy's cold.
He's good, bro.
To move on from all that rubbish, man.
Hold on.
He can be an option. He can be an option. He can be an option, man.
We're the Champions League, man. Do you lot
bro, because you're trying to be disrespectful. Hold on. Saeed, you're trying to be disrespectful. You're trying to be disrespectful to a guy.
Get these guys out.
Saeed, stop that now, yeah?
It's true,
No, stop. I'm not having it. Let me finish here. You're trying to disrespect a guy that just scored 8 goals.
I agree. Level up now. Level up, man.
Yeah, but why hold on. But he's performing, so why get rid of him, bro? That doesn't make no sense.
No, but Don. I hear what Saeed's saying. To become like, because Newcastle got top 4 in the last 3 seasons, but to become a constant and then challenge, the sentiment needs to go out the window.
Well, he can be a squad player. He ain't got to start.
No, did you mean sell him or just like keep him as a squad?
No, sell him.
Back up.
Yeah. You said sell him.
I didn't say sell him. I'm saying, bro, you need to level up, bro. That's what I'm saying to you. Level up. Mbeumo is leveling up.
Okay, cool. Mbeumo is
I don't want to be seen no long. Last year, they went to AC Milan. Was it 2 years ago? Went to AC Milan with Longstaff and them, man, bro. Allow this, man.
You know what it is? I agree. Like players like Murphy and that who's the other one? Players like Murphy and Dan Burn. Good players, but if you want to go to that next level, sentiment needs to go out the window. Need to be a bit more ruthless. But how can you say that? No, man, we need to get rid of that rubbish, man.
You know what it is, bro? Man don't want to be watching Champions League football, yeah. And I'm a football fan, like I said to you, yeah. I watch football, and I don't want to be seeing Murphy trying to get past. You know what I mean? Someone in Europe.
So if his name was Murphinho, then you'll be feeling. So now you're doing the English thing. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's been underrated in the Premier League. I just think Newcastle now, I don't want to be seeing these men like on the bench. If you look at their bench, bro, let me just show you their bench here. and it's haram, bro.
I
They
think
shouldn't be having this bench, bro.
I think what people are really starting to disrespect, yeah, when players bring numbers to teams, you know, especially you, Saeed. You should know better than anyone, yeah. You fucking struggle to score goals. You struggle to score goals, and your team struggles to create.
Look at their bench, guys. Yeah, Callum Wilson, Asulu, James Willock, Dubravka, Lascelles.
No, they need to say.
Hold on a minute. Sean Longstaff, Lewis Miley, who's a youngster. This is not Champions League quality, bro. They need to level up.
I hear it.
He's right. He's right.
Eddie Howe is a top manager. He's a top manager, and I think for me, he deserves more respect, bro. But this, for me now, if they want to be seen as a Champions League club, yeah, and they keep yo-yoing and thinking, wow, why can't we compete? Because you're not competing. Look at the signings you've got, man.
Yeah, you see right there. That's a selling point right there. That's a selling point for Mbeumo right there. You're walking straight into the 11. You're playing Champions League football.
What are you seeing here,
man? No, it's facts. No, listen, sometimes you have to make difficult decisions, yeah? And like Murphy is a player that's been fantastic this year. Let's not get it twisted, right? But like you've got to be ruthless. Like you've got to look at the squad and say, where can we improve? And in fact, Mbeumo is better than Murphy. So if you can have Mbeumo,
I never said don't sign Mbeumo. I just didn't agree with Saeed saying just get rid of him, just get rid of him, just get rid of him. I thought you meant sell him. I'm thinking, bro,
no, not sell him. He's good player.
No. Listen,
squad rotation.
Yeah.
Mbeumo comes in and then he proves the squad.
Thank you, man. Big up the Newcastle fan. I don't think for me, yeah. I think Newcastle. I actually want them to do well in the Champions League. Like it'll be good for the league and whatnot. But I just feel like for me, it's like I don't want to be seeing them struggle with players. I'm like, come on, man. Like it's even Nottingham Forest. Like I don't think they would have done much in the Champions League. I just think for me, it's like even though they've signed 3 Brazilians, by the way. Have you seen that, by the way? They signed 3 Brazilians.
Edu, man, that's crazy.
Right. From what I've been reading, I've not watched any of them, but that Igor, I've only heard of one of them, but that Igor Jesus guy is apparently quite good.
Yeah,
Brazilians now, man. Is it
can you really trust Edu when he goes to Brazil, bro? He brings back guys like Marquinhos. You know what I mean? You can't really trust Martinelli, bro. Some fugazi Brazilians, bro.
But then he's fought back Murillo and whatnot, so it's 50-50.
Murillo came.
Actually, no, I don't think he was there. You're right.
I don't think he was already there, bro.
I think Arthur wanted that striker as well up front as well for years, but I don't know.
Who, Danilo?
Yeah.
I think he's number 2.
Tottenham, bro. There's reports of Ange getting sacked, but it's not really confirmed. They're discussing names like Thomas Frank and Marco Silva. I mean, it's one of them where it's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but when you start putting out names out there and you start hearing that there's a decision going to be made, surely you know your decision anyway. Why would you think about your decision being made, George? You feel me?
Yeah, no, there's definitely loads of big news coming out of Tottenham today. Donna Cullen resigned as part of that as well, and she was Daniel Levy's.
She's always in YouTube streams, though.
I was going to say that she's going to be upset. She's always in the chat.
The person that's in the chat who pretends to be Donna Cullen's probably going to have a new brand or something. But yeah, no, he resigned. So clearly there's been some shake-up. Maybe with, like I said, the CEO that transferred from Arsenal to come to Tottenham, or he was, I don't know how it worked, but he was at Arsenal, Vinay. I think he's come in. Maybe there's been some disagreements. Maybe Levy wanted to keep Ange, or maybe didn't want to keep Ange, or maybe she didn't. I feel like, for me, I think Ange probably going to go. I think, like you said, because you've seen rumors and it's already been Tottenham already spoken with this manager, Tottenham has spoken with this person, and the rumors come out quite heavily that he's been sacked. I think Ange's going to go. Now, with regards to the managers that we've been looking at, like you said, Marco Silva and Thomas Frank, they're not at the caliber that I would be happy with. And personally, I'm not going to get behind both of them. I'm not going to be like, yeah, great appointment. Like, if they come in, we can see what happens and then, judge it for what it is. But I don't think either of those appointments excite me. Going into Champions League football, neither of them have experience at Champions League level. For me, Marco Silva, when you look at it last season, he was doing good for the first half and then trailed off towards the end of the season. And then the same with Thomas Frank. His Premier League positions have been very up and down. I think he had 13th, 9th, then like 16th, and then 10th.
That's relative, though, George. He had.
I know he's sold players every year. They've lost a big player. I'm not taking that. And tactically, I've always said he's a good manager. He's probably better than Ange.
And he improves players, by the way.
He does. But I don't think he's good enough to compete at the top level. So that's why I'm not moved by that. Like, when I want to hear a big name. I want to hear someone that's a proven serial winner.
Who would you want?
What makes you say you don't think he can compete at the top level?
No,
considering his
I haven't seen him
at a steady level for a while, bro.
Because what I like to see from coaches that perform and they're at a mid-level club, they need to over-exceed expectations on a consistent basis. That, for me, proves that they're ready for a top club. Now, obviously, he's been playing within his means, and I'm not saying he's done a bad job. He's done far from a bad job. He's been good for what that level is, but he's not been over-performing for Brentford. Like, his level of team is a level of performance they should be getting out. They're a bit up and down in games. They lose against the small teams, but beat the big teams. And yeah, for some people, that might be fine. But for me, we're playing Champions League next year. I think he'll have some good formations, some good setups, but that's not the manager for me. That doesn't move me. So I'm not all behind this Frank stuff. I was hoping we could get Xavi. That's what I was hoping. But if not Xavi, go bring me, I don't know, bring me Inzaghi. Hey, Inzaghi might be looking like his job. I'm hearing Inter fans.
Nah, you ain't getting no Inzaghi, man. Show your beans.
When Fabio Paratici makes that call, I've heard they've had talks. There's been a lot of reports saying that Tottenham have had talks with Inzaghi previously. So
Dude, if you do get,
apart from that, there's a few other Italian managers that I think we could go and get, man.
If you do get Frank, because it's looking likely, and you've been linked to my man for a while, yeah. Are you happy with the shape that he will come in with? Because it will basically be, what he plays at Brentford, or do you see him changing it, changing the shape? Because to be fair to him, like he changes his formation sometimes.
He's similar to Eddie Howe, isn't it? Like he adapts sometimes with the 4 at the back, the 3 at the back. I think he'll probably go to a 3 at the back with the Tottenham team if he does come in. We'd have Pedro Porro, Jed Spence, and Udogie all better as wing backs than they are as fullbacks. And then flat 3, I suppose you have the options. I think Romero will be going. Apparently, there's been a lot of rumors saying if Ange leaves, Romero leaves. If Ange stays, Romero stays. He's sort of his future's tied together with Ange. So depending on what happens there, I think we bring in another centre-back and you can look at Van der Ven, Danso, and whoever that centre-back being as our back 3. But again, I'm looking at that. I'm like, Thomas Frank might get a good job out of that. He might be able to get a good, but I don't think it's going to be competing, doing some good stuff in top 4 where like we might be just about getting Europe. And my expectations won't be high with Thomas Frank. That's the thing. I can't really get
But that's what I think Tottenham need though, They need someone who isn't a big name, but is a coach, improves talent, improves your structure, improves even the ethos around the football club. Like he's a good communicator. I feel like he speaks football well. He talks about adaptation. He's a manager who can adapt to different scenarios. He can play a back 3. He's played a 4-3-3 as well. I feel like he's got the perfect blend. He's at the right age as well. He's done his craft now at Brentford. He's shown that he's proven. He's shown that he's lost players and he's still been there to kind of still be top 8, top 10. Like I feel like that's what Tottenham need right now.
Yeah, and that's what Tottenham is as well, man. Let's be real. Like, listen, when Graham Potter was cooking at Brighton, we were all saying his next step should be like a Tottenham, right? Like a
Chelsea. His next step was you.
I know
so when you're saying that's not easy, Roms, do you get like the irony coming from his next step was you, not me?
No, but hold on.
You're saying he needs to Tottenham, but he came to you. He went to West Ham. But he's gone to West Ham and he's been a flop at West Ham. So I'm not proving no point. He's not good enough. You're acting like the level of your club right now is higher than the level of Man United. It's not.
Respectfully,
respectfully, I'm a European champion of Europa League. You're a European champion of bloody the Conference League. CFL. You're a CFL champion, bro. It's in the bloody name.
Hold on, no.
You're not gonna come talk to me like your level is higher. I'm playing Champions League by winning a trophy. What are we doing here?
Bro, I don't even want to do this because you've got more heritage than certain man here, in Europe. But how dare you talk to me about Europe? Me, I got 9 trophies in Europe.
Now, George, talk your shit. Talk your shit, George.
This guy, before this guy decided to just
worst thing we ever did,
yeah. Bro, you're proving my point about Potter.
Look what you've done.
He came to a club, that was too much for him. The pressure at Spurs ain't the same as what it is at Chelsea, buddy. You know what I mean? That's why we were saying you should go to a Tottenham. And Frank right now going to a Tottenham. Okay, it's a bigger club than Brentford, but it's not a Chelsea. It's not a United. It's not a Man City. He's a Man City right now. It's not a Liverpool. It's not an Arsenal, right? He can go to a local Spurs and do a local something there. You know what I mean? And learn his way over there. Do that over there, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's got to do now. Yeah, that's what he's got to do now. He's got to go to you, man. He's got to go to you, man.
You know what I want to speak about? Kind of shifting onto the managers to the players, right? Because obviously I watched your content. I saw the big Sane, like you get a bit excited about Sane. Now that looks like he might be staying, but I know he wants London, right? But who do you think you're going to bring in? Because you've just won Europa League. You've got Champions League football. You got a nice training ground, nice stadium. Tottenham still is quite an attractive proposition to go to for a lot of players, right? Who are you actually linked with? Because you're the one club, right? Everyone else seems to be linked to players, but you're the one club after winning a trophy. I've not really seen a lot of things. Obviously, you follow your club more than me, but what players are you linked with?
Yeah. I mean, Spurs news has been quiet, obviously, because the manager situation is probably waiting to pan out. I think a lot of it is waiting on Spurs confirming whether it's going to be Ange staying or a new manager coming, and that will probably impact the targets we're going for. We've been linked with quite a few players. There's been Sane. We was linked with like the likes of been linked to most of the players that everyone's been linked to. You know what it's like in these transfer windows, like Cherki, Sane, all these names we're in for players, but whoever we're gonna get, it could be a number of things.
You're heavily linked with Angel Gomez, you know.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Seen
as
the whole
well,
Elliott links as well.
I ain't seen that. I've saw Mick McAtee links. I've seen.
But I agree with you,
Jared
Bradway.
Yeah,
it's linked with the manager. Yeah.
That's it. Go on.
I was gonna say, like, I do agree with your point. It is linked with the manager because I feel like once you know and clarify what you do in your manager, you then can build a team around what your style of play is and whatnot, and etc. Whereas if you keep it Ange, then maybe Ange might want to go for players that he kind of wanted maybe last year and etc. So I do believe if a Thomas Frank came in, maybe a different style. If this guy came in, different style. So it all depends on your manager coming in, but you've got to make that decision quick because sooner or later, all them players that you're talking about will be gone. Like, you know, you've already seen Cherki gone. You were linked with Cherki. You were linked with some players. Sane now, Arsenal apparently are heavily interested in him as well. So, like, these signings might just go like that, bro. Bush, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that will happen to us. And that's Spurs' biggest problem. It always has been, is we sit around, like, in the transfer window, wait around until about August to start making signings and being serious.
Who did you buy last summer, by the way? Solanke, Bergvall.
Bergvall was signed in like February or something, to be honest. So Solanke, Odeberg, no, Tell was in January.
January, yeah.
Odeberg, Archie Gray.
Yeah, it's a bit mid. I can't lie.
It was a mid transfer window, but we went for a lot of young players. Now this transfer window, they have come out and said that we're looking for more experienced players. So I expect money to be spent, and I expect it to be on the proven players.
George, you should have been in for Kun. Obviously, now he's at United, but you should have been all over that Kunya deal, you know.
Kunya would have been a good one. Don sent me something about Ben Jacobs saying it was a link to Nkunku, and that's madness to me. That was madness.
Hey, I was literally just about to mention him. You know, I think you lot can bring a different, you know, Nkunku out. You know what I mean? Because last season, I saw Nkunku on the ball. He was looking serious, bro. He can link up with Tell. I think you keeping Tell.
Grealish would be a better fit than Nkunku.
You're not keeping Tell.
I don't think so. I know Spurs are trying to negotiate for a lower price. But again,
Nkunku's already settled in London. Nkunku's already settled in London, man.
Don, you know there was even unreliable links that we're linked to. I think it was by Sport that magazine thing. They try to link us to Nkunku. I was like, get out of it.
Yeah, no.
You know, I used to rate it.
Dibbling would be a good option though. Dibbling would be like Tottenham.
We're linked to a few. Do you know what it is? I know from the links you can tell we're looking for a winger. We haven't been linked to a striker, but I know we're looking for a striker as well. So we're looking for a striker or a winger. A central midfielder, that's the one position where I'm worried right now because we haven't been linked to one. Angel Gomez, but that's on a free, so I don't even count that signing.
Yeah.
Like, free signings.
You know, there's a guy from
you should have a look at, George, yeah? It's from Southampton as well. You know that Fernandes, that 8.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
He's a baller. He can't be staying at Southampton and playing.
I like João Gomez.
Be smart.
From Wolves.
If you want to be smart, George, Leslie's there, bro. Leslie Ogochukwu's getting chopped.
Yeah, Leslie. Yeah, I see that. You know,
he's
Chelsea
good. That's a good player.
Chelsea are putting on the market Sanchez, Petrovic, Viega, Chilwell, Disasi, Fofana, Dewsbury Hall, Chukwuemeka, Okochoku, Sterling, and Madueke.
Yeah,
Madueke.
Good luck trying to get rid of Sterling. You know, that's going to be hard.
His son just signed for the Arsenal Academy. He's staying in London.
His son is cold, bro. But
Eze, man. Eze as well.
I've seen strong links with Eze as well. That's another player. But that's always, I feel like that we're just going to be linked with him since last year. So I don't know if that's going to happen.
That's the one player that I think leaves Palace. I know Caden's going to pop up now, but I think Mateta, when it's all said and done, Wharton and Mateta will stay. But Eze, I think he's definitely gone. If there was more than ever, it's this summer. He will go.
He's a bit older as well, isn't it? So it's like
exactly. Yeah.
So listen, people, we're going to wrap it up here. What a show has been. Let's try and get to 1,000 likes. I don't know if we're on 1,000 likes yet. We're on 846 likes, man. So that has been it's been a lit show, man. Make sure you are subscribing to everyone's channels. Links are all in the description. LB, big up, man. You were live before. Are you going live again today? Because you're gonna be busy, man. You might have busy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, probably will because we got some Edison news as well. So yeah, I'll probably be live again, man. But yeah, big up, man. Good show, innit? As always, big up everyone in it.
Yeah, big show, man. Hooks, love for coming on, man. Big up to you. Big up to you. Make sure you follow him. George, we're gonna redirect to George. They're going live now, people.
I'm not even going live. I'm not even going live today. Sorry, I'm not live today.
Okay, not live. Okay.
I might be. I don't know if it's set. I've got a live late. I've got a live at 4:30. I've got a live at 4:30. I can't go live at 2, but I got live at 4:30. So look out for that.
Cool. There you go.
So yeah, but yeah, man. Uploads. I've been doing loads of uploads, so keep an eye out for that. Obviously, other transfers. Man City are serious. That's all.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Big up to Don, man. Don, what you got coming up, bro, today?
I don't know if you lot can hear me. My connection's moving mad. I can only see Hooks right now. But 6:30, Blue Diaries, man. And I'm on with Rants as well at 5:30, people. So tune in for that one, man. Blue Diaries is going to be a good one today, man.
Yeah. No, that's going to be sick. I can't lie to you, man. Big up to you. And obviously, Rums, man. Football Verbal. You get me? Making a maybe episode series soon, man. You get me?
Yeah, Saeed, in the works for Saeed. But no, episode dropping on Wednesday. If you lot are familiar with TikTok, I think his name's SG, United fan. He's the guy that says you're doing that thing and talk social and all that. But we got him on, so that should be dropping Wednesday. But yeah, just keep an eye out for that. And yeah, more content, more challenges and that. You lot probably want to see me doing loads of stuff over the summer. But yeah, look into that. Yeah. But yeah, big up the man on the panel, big up the chat every time. I love this show, man. Last week it felt like we've not done this for years, but 1 week off feels like that 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. We won't be here next week because I'm in South Africa, but we'll be here the week after. People.
You guys South Africa, yeah?
Yeah, South Africa, man. So I'm going tomorrow, flying out tomorrow night. So
enjoy that, man.
How long that flight?
I think it's like a 9-hour flight, to South Africa. Johannesburg.
Saeed, don't get caught sleeping though. These are always got the camera on your face.
Yeah, no, man. But even everything, bro. We gotta come correct, man. So yeah, man. Hopefully, big up anyone that's from South Africa, man. Make sure you shout us in Joburg. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. Hopefully, it's going to be lit, man. You know what I mean, never been to South Africa, but yeah, hopefully, it's going to be lit, man. But yeah, guys, I'll see you lot at 5:30 for the Straight Jacket podcast, and make sure you follow everyone's channels, and then we'll see you soon.
We're fucking 15th. It's on the. We're 15th. We are 15th, sir. We are 15th. We are 5 points away from relegation. Yeah? We are closer to the bottom than the top, bro. We ain't winning Europa. There's no European football next year.